Ya. Ayo,
Oke.
buka. Mulai.
Hmm.
Yuk, tuh. 2, 3.
Oke, bismillah, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Oke. Hello everyone and welcome to our EP at least we can English podcast, the show where we explore ideas that shape the way young people think, live, and connect. I'm your host Arya, and the main speaker is Sadef. And today's episode is one that almost every teenagers can relate to. We're talking about the impact of social media on teenagers. From TikTok to Instagram, YouTube to Snapchat, social media has completely changed how we communicate, how we learn, and even how we see ourselves. But without its influence, there are both bright and dark sides. To help us unpack all of this, I'm joined by someone who spent time researching and reflecting on this topic. Okay, welcome to the show, Sarif.
Hey Arya, thanks for having me. It's a great to be here. I think this topic is really important because almost every teens today live in the world, in two worlds, one online and one offline. And sometimes it's hard to tell which one feels more real.
Exactly, and that's that we will explore today. Let's start by talking about what social media really is and why it's so attractive to young people. So, Sadef, when you say social media, what exactly do we mean?
Uh, social, me- Social media basically refers to digital platform that allow people to connect and communicate and share content. Exactly, photos, video, story, opinion, and think. The biggest ones among teenagers today are TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube. But beyond just apps, social media is a culture, is a way of expressing yourself, staying in format, and feeling part of something bigger.
That's a good point. Why do you think it's so appealing for teenagers specifically?
Well, during the teenagers year, everyone trying to figure out who they are. Social media gives them a space to experiment with identity, what they like, how they look, what they believe in, and stake where they can perform and also connect. Also, it's about community. Teens can find groups who share their interests, whatever it's like gaming, fashion, art, or studying. That sense of belonging is so powerful.
So, it's not just entertainment, it's emotional connection.
Yes, exactly. And that's why many teens feel like social media is a part of their daily routine, almost like brushing their teeth or eating breakfast.
That's true. I can't remember the last time someone went a whole day without checking their phone. Okay, let's be fair. Social media isn't all bad. Let's start with the positives. What are some of the benefits for teenagers?
There are definitely several positive impacts. The first one is connected connection. Social media help teens stay in touch with friends and family, especially if they far away. It can make you feel less lonely. Second, learning opportunities, educational videos, online course, tutorials, there are so much knowledge just a click away. You can learn a new skill, a new language, or even how to code. Thirdly, creativity. Platforms like TikTok or YouTube let people share their talents. Teens can make art, music, or short film, and that builds confidence.
I like that point. Social media as a creative outlet.
Exactly. Arya. Many young creators start with just a phone and camera. Some even turn their hobbies into small business.
So it's not only about positive posting selfies, it's a space to grow and express yourself.
Is right. And let's not forget social media awareness. Many teens learn about global issues like climate change, equality, or charity. Through social media, it helps them become more informed, informed citizen.
That's true. I think social media gives teenagers a voice that previous generation didn't have.
Absolutely. Use wisely, it's a tool for empowerment and creativity.
But as we all know, there's another side to this story. Let's talk about the challenge and dangers.
Yes, unfortunately, there are quite a few. One of the biggest issue is mental health. Many studies show that spending too much time in social media is linked to anxiety, depression, and poor self-esteem. When teenagers constantly see others living that looks like a perfect life, they start comparing themselves. This creative unrealistic experience.
Yeah, it's seeing influencers who always look flawless and thinking you have to be like them.
Exactly. That's called social media compression, and I can make people feel like they not good enough. But most of those posts are filtered or stage is not on reality.
I
Uh,
open
then their addiction, many teens check their phones every few minutes, even during meals or study time. That constant simulation can affect sleep and concentration.
right. Sometimes I open Instagram to check one thing and suddenly 30 minutes are gone.
That's very common. It's called doom scrolling. Scrolling endlessly, even when it's not enjoyable. The apps are designed to use to keep us hooked.
So it's not only about posting selfies, it's a
Wait,
space.
wait, wait. Sorry.
Oh,
And then cyberbullying is another major issue. Online hate comments, gossip, and bullying can deeply hurt people because it's online. I can feel inspectable.
okay. So it's not only about posting selfies, it's a space to grow and express yourself. Right?
Wait, wrong.
Oh, sorry. That's true. I think social media gives teenagers a voice that previous generation didn't have.
Wait, no.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, everyone. That's really scary. Especially since people often say things online that would never say to face to face.
Exactly. And and that can lead to serious emotional desires for victims.
So while social media connects people, it can also isolate and hurt them.
Yes, it's double-edged sword.
Let's go deeper into the science behind it. Why do these apps feel so addictive?
It all comes down to dopamine. The brains feel good, economic very time you get a like or a notification, your brain release a small dose of dopamine, which feel like rewarding. That's remind system encourage you to check again and again. Basically, social media works like a slot machine. Sometimes you get big rewards, sometimes nothing, but the uncomfortably keeps you coming back.
Wow, that's kind of scary. Like it's designed to keep you scrolling.
Exactly. The algorithms are built to show you what keep the most engaged. The longer you stay, the more ads you see, and the more money the platform makes.
So in a way, where the product paying salt.
That's one way to put it. That's one way to put it. That's why digital literacy, understanding how the system works, is so important for teenagers.
Knowledge gives control. If you understand the system, you can avoid being manipulated by it.
Yes, it's exactly.
Okay, now let's talk about solutions. How can teenagers use social media in a healthy way?
Good question. Here are some tips. Set screen times. Decide how much time you want to spend online each day. Like if you want to study, just like 30 minutes of screen time, and after that you study.
Okay, that's practical. It's
Yeah.
sorry.
Create your feed. Follow people who make you feel inspired, not insecure. Like if you have some athlete, you follow them, not like toxic athlete, like not like make you anxiety, like thinking a lot about something that you not really do.
Okay.
Wait, avoid multitasking. Don't scroll while studying or eating. Give your brain a rest. And give your brain a rest. And the fourth one is take digital breaks. Try a phone-free Sunday, or leave your phone in another room.
That's practical. It's not about deleting apps, but about controlling your habits.
Exactly. Balance it. A key social media should add to your life, not take over your life.
And it's important to spend time offline too. Go outside, talk face to face, and build a real experience.
Yes, real happiness often comes from a real life connection, not online validation.
Let's make this more relatable. Can you share a few stories about how social media affects teens?
Sure, I know one student who learned digital illustration from YouTube and now sells artwork in online platform. That's a great example of using social media to learn and grow. But I also know another friend who started feeling anxious because of constant comparison on Instagram. She used to check like every hour and felt bad if her post didn't perform well. Eventually, she took a break and it really helped her mental health.
So it really depends on how you use it.
Exactly, social media can either build your you up to break you down. Exactly, social media can either build you up or break you down. The difference lies in awareness.
What does research say about all of this?
Recent studies show that teenagers who spend more than 3 hours a day on social media are more likely to report feeling of sadness and anxiety. However, moderate use around 1 hour a day doesn't show the same risk. Experts say the problem isn't social media itself, but how we use it when used for living, connection, or gravity. It beneficial beneficially when used for comparison or validation, it becomes harmful.
So moderation is key, just like diet of our exercise.
Exactly, digital health should be part of overall being. Uh, if my opinion, like in the platform, have like some of setting like every day you just spend 1 hours to your in your screen, or just 30 minutes or even 15 minutes. It can help us to set our our time screen in a day for controlling our behavior in social media and not feel anxiety or maybe cyberbullying or others. That is my opinion. Ah,
Okay, that's true. As technology evolves, so should our awareness.
yes, like that.
That's a great vision. Before we close, what's one message you like? Okay, maybe let's look ahead. What do you think the future of social media will look like?
I think we're having towards more impressive experience like virtual reality and AI powered interaction. Platform might become smarter, understanding your emotional or habits.
That's true. As technology
Really?
evolves.
But with that power comes responsibility. Teens will need to learn digital citizenship, how to behave exactly online, uh, behave exactly in online situation, respect privacy, and protect themselves.
That's true. As technology evolves, so should our awareness. Right?
Yes, helpful. The future of social media will focus more authentic empathy and meaningful connection rather than just like and followers that great vision.
That's a great vision.
Yeah.
Before we close,
Wait, if
Oh.
my main opinion is the future of social media may be good if yes like before, if there is some setting for our daily screen time or just or just like setting for if like if there is a toxic people saying bad word can be banned. If the people say good word or teach us something, the people will go more 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 higher than the people were toxic, and that is the future of social media if will be good. If not, the future social media, if the future social media is bad, I think it's like a crime, like hacking from your laptop to another laptop, or making some weird video not about related stuff, like maybe dance or not not real not really not really useful for our lives. Is maybe is maybe is the future of social media is maybe not really 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 good if the social media is like that. There is no setting for our screen times and others.
before we close, what's one message you would like every teenagers listening to take away?
I'd say, I will say, don't let social media define who you are. You are more than your online profile. Use social media to express, not impress. Be mindful of what you consume, and reminder that every post you see is just a small piece of someone's story. Be
Good say. It's about using technology consequently, not letting it control us.
Exactly. And don't forget to laugh the moment you don't post because those are often the best ones.
And that brings us to the end of today's episode of We. We hope this conversation helped you reflect on your own relationship with digital media. Remember, it's not about escaping digital world, it's about mastering it. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to share it with your friends and follow our podcast for more meaningful discussions. I'm Arya, your host, and Sadef, our thoughtful speaker. Sadef, yeah, saying stay connected, stay aware, and stay kind, both online and offline.
Okay, wait. I just want to before we close this amazing podcast. I just like to say to you, all of us, like Arya say, beware, stay connected and stay kind. If our community likes not be that remain, stay connected, stay aware, and stay kind, maybe the world will be no, the world of social media is not good. Just if you want to make a new future for social media, you can help us to be a kind community and connected community. And your community have to be amazing. Like you make a trend about teaching, teaching, teaching a kid, or you can make video tutorial for explaining how to speak English correctly, coding, and like math and math and maybe some like usual stuff, not like making a trend about dancing a song, maybe like our religions making a trend about Islam, like making a teacher fun, making teacher teach teach dunya the funny way, like making is not stressful for your brains to interact or something else. And maybe the last bonus you can say is, can you all help me and Arya to make the better future for Instagram or for social media life, like making useful stuff, like yes before teaching and others you can teach, like or making a competition, like robotic competition and others like yes and others like make competition or something. And you have to know yourself, like oh maybe I'm not smart at this, you searching YouTube. If you done the material, you can reach the like championship, like in maybe in Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, or other country that have a big reward if you win that contest. And if you come to international championship or international competition, you can get our country Indonesia to be more helpful than before. Okay, Thank you for listening my podcast and other podcast. Everyone, take care and make your social media space is positive one. Okay, that's all for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay. What's this?